Is it possible to game on Battlefield 1 with just a GTX 750 Ti 2GB? Well, let's find out.
To find out, we're going to have to use our AMD FX 6300 processor, clocked to 3.5 GHz, using 14 GB of DDR3 RAM, and our GTX 750 Ti. Let's see how it fares well to Battlefield 1. For the settings we'll be using, we're going to go into the Options tab, Video, so we're going to be using a 1920 by 1080 at 60 Hz monitor, with our field of view at plus 120, and we're going to be using custom settings with medium textures, medium texture filtering, low lighting because the lighting's already great, effects are very low, processing low, mesh is low, terrain is medium because you want the details on the rocks and the grass, overgrowth is low, and the anti-aliasing and ambient oscillation are both at their lowest settings possible. So let's see how a game of Battlefield 1 would do on these settings. It's kind of hard to see, but up here you can see the FPS counter. Right now we're getting 68 frames per second with our original settings we had with medium settings. Let's try this out. So you can see we're getting a pretty consistent 60 FPS. Sometimes it drops down. But one thing I have to say is I was getting pretty low frames before I changed VSync. VSync is turned on by default, so you want to make sure you turn that off, or you're going to be stuck with just 60 frames, depending on how many hertz your monitor is. But if you have like a 75 hertz monitor, you shouldn't be too worried about it. But I suggest you turn off VSync, just so you can get those extra frames and your screen isn't capped to anything. Some maps with water, like the fort map, I forget what it's called, but there's a map with lots of water. It's kind of on an island. If you play on that map on a game like War Pigeons, where it's centered off into one area, you will get a pretty consistent 40 frames per second just because of the anti-aliasing on the water. Your system's going to try to draw the details on the water, and it will overload and kind of drop your frames if you are running the FX 6300 and the AMD. But other than that, very consistent, very nice looking, medium settings. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you would, leave a like, and I will see you guys later.